Hi, I'm Cassie, and this is a little bit of my story. So maybe a month or two ago, I went to my very first healing service. I specifically wanted to go because of my mom. And so I got off of work, I picked her up and brought her to the healing service. The past year has been a huge challenge for not just me personally, but for my family. My mom specifically went through her second bout of breast cancer, and it kind of hit us hard. Last February, I began a hearing basically fighting for my son, and something that he and I both experienced in the relationship with his father. It was hard. Something that I didn't want to reflect on, I didn't want to deal with. It was, I guess, reopening a wound, but this time I was fighting for my son. I wasn't fighting for myself. And when the service was beginning, her and I were standing, the singing was starting, and we both just looked at each other because we got this waft of fragrance. And I looked at her and she looked at me and I go, "Do you smell that?" And she goes, "Yeah." And it was amazing because nobody else was around, and the only person that has ever smelled like that was my grandmother. One of those signs that everything's okay. There was like a relief, like a weight was lifted. An experience I won't forget. My mom, she went up and prayed and had them pray with her. When I went up and wanted to be prayed over, I asked for my heart to be healed. And in that week, we both had biopsies that had to be done. The day after the healing service, she sent me a text saying that her biopsy came back benign. A few weeks after, I got the same phone call from my doctor. And it was a huge relief, especially with the possibilities of cancer in our family. There wasn't a story in the Bible that said because you were faithful and did everything quote unquote right, you got an easy life. It just made it to the way that you had somebody standing by you while you went through it. And that's exactly what I needed. And I do think that my heart has healed a tremendous amount since drawing closer to my faith and holding on to that instead of everything that I've been through, my family's been through, my son's been through. Faith has gotten me farther than any of that I ever would or could. And experiencing it and seeing it change all of our lives does nothing but drive me closer.